welcome. I'm the one and only WestCoastKing, and welcome to the final game of FIFA 16, for me at least. It's not the final episode of FIFA 16. There will be one more episode, and that will come a little bit later after this episode goes out. I'll talk about that at the end of this video, so stay tuned all the way through. But we're only going to play one game today. We have 3 games left in the league. We already have the title. I could play the final game of the season and get that trophy celebration, but you know what? We've already won the title twice. We've seen one trophy celebration. Last year, the Atletico Mineiro had to forfeit, so we didn't get a trophy celebration for that one. I could do that and get that celebration, but you know what? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about that trophy. We've won it 3 times now. This one. This is the one. The only trophy that has been available that I have not been able to win. So, I want this one. This is the game we're going to play today. Then we'll do a squad report to wrap up this series. And then at the end, again, I will talk about the final video of FIFA 16. So, without any further ado, let's sim these final 3 games of the season and then jump into the final of the Champions League. Alright, so the first game up is going to be against Racing. We're on the road. It's the reserve lineup all the way. And a 2-2 draw. No injuries for us. They picked up one. That I saw it on the right-hand side. I saw an injury. I started to freak out, but no injuries for us. That's fine. Again, these games don't matter. And now for the last home game of the season, we're taking on MLS side New York Red Bulls. And it's also going to be the last time the starters play in the regular season as well. I wouldn't be playing them if I had a choice, but these games, there's not a lot of time between games, so they have to take part in this one. A 0-0 draw. Again, I'll take that. I'm a little surprised we didn't beat New York at home, to be honest. Balotelli missed a pen. That could be part of the reason why, but either way, again, doesn't matter. And the last game of the season will be away at Pumas, and it's the full reserve lineup in there. And actually, coincidentally, or not coincidentally, interestingly enough, that's what I was going for. Al Soma, as we simulate this game, and he does score the game winner. I think, and I'll check before I play this final of the Champions League, I think Al Soma was the leading goal scorer in the league this year. So let's go check on that real quick. So here is the list of the league's top scorers. Al Soma ties Prato from Atletico Mineiro with 15 goals. That's pretty interesting. I mean, technically he's our second striker behind Balotelli, but again, we prioritize Champions League over everything else this season, so it's not all that surprising that Al Soma ended up with a lot more goals than Balotelli in the league. As far as the top assist man in the league, it is our own Mauro Diaz as well. Castillo and Pizon chipped in with 6 assists. I mean, it was a really, really good performance, though, from Diaz. He scored 8 goals in the league and got 10 assists. He was huge for us this season. All right, so now the stage is set for the Champions League final, the showdown between FC Dallas and Bayer Leverkusen. I don't think anyone expected us to be here. We've had to fight tooth and nail to get to where we are. Both teams have had to slay giants along the way. We had to knock out Real Madrid. They had to go through Bayern Munich and Barcelona in back-to-back rounds just to make the final. So both of these teams absolutely deserve to be here. It's a very, very even matchup on paper. And we are fully fit for this game. And when I say we're fully fit, Gabriel Jesus has returned from injury. He's available off the bench. I didn't expect him to be back, but he got healthy just ahead of schedule, and he is back for this final. I decided to go with Barrios to start with just because I trust Barrios. He helped get us here, and I want to go with him in this big game. But we might see Gabriel Jesus one more time in a Dallas shirt. But that is it. First choice starting 11 for us all the way. One last game of FIFA 16 and one last shot at the Champions League. All right, here we go. One last time. Kickoff in FIFA 16 in the Champions League final. Leverkusen's come out with a very strong lineup. It's exactly what I expected of them. The lone striker is Chicharito, and they've got a very good team around him. Not a lot of huge names, but a lot of very, very good players. Staying in front, this is good. Jonathan Tah on the ball. If we want to get someone on the ball, it is going to be Jonathan Tah, because he's not the best with the ball at his feet. Definitely think we can make him make some mistakes in there. Ooh, that's a great ball up the wing to Bellarabi. Let's not screw this. That cross. Ooh, Miazga defended it just enough. That cross went through Omar Gonzalez's legs. Oh, Tah. Tah with the ball at his feet. It's sketchy for them. Oh, not if he makes passes like that. No. Yo, Allison. Biggest save of the season. He's been a bit suspect in goal, to be honest, of late. Allison's been struggling, but that was a massive save. Come on, man. There you go, Miazga. Good play. Play that to Barrios. Barrios. Little hesitation. Good turn inside, Barrios. There you go. Keep going, Barrios. Play that. No. Why would that go to Perry Kitchen? That's absolute ass. That should never go to Perry Kitchen. That should have gone. No! What the hell? Why? This game has been a disaster from the start. I can't pass to my own players. I had Patterson wide open up the wing, and for some reason the ball went to Perry Kitchen. I swear I didn't touch him. I did not want to get Perry Kitchen sent off. Why, in the last game of FIFA 16, is this happening now? Down to 10 men, 40 minutes in. That's absolute bullshit. I had no intention of bringing him down or taking him out or anything. That's absolute bullshit. Come on, man. All right. That's the whistle for halftime. We did not get a shot in the first half. And we got a man sent off. I haven't been able to make a pass. This is AIDS. This is absolute AIDS. My team just is not performing. We're just playing like absolute dog shit right now. We have got to turn this around. Here we go. Come on. Fabian Castillo. Oh, Castillo. Brilliant move to get by that man. And inside, look at the ball just stick to his feet. This is the Castillo of old. Our first shot of the game. I do not know why that's Blas Riveros in there. But at least we had a shot. I really was hoping that was Mauro Diaz. Where was Diaz? Alright, so we've got 20 minutes left. Diaz is coming off. He's been fantastic. I've said that for us this season. Not in this game. We're bringing Pizon on. And we're going to have to take Wanyama off as well for Eddie. We need more offensive help. Wanyama's not getting it done on the offensive end. Leverkusen straight counterattacking anyway. I think our back four can handle it. We've got 20 minutes to find a goal. Can we do this? I want to get this ball. Oh, I want to get this ball to that man right there. Castillo with a fantastic run in behind. Keep going. Fabian Castillo. Please, Jonathan Taw's a fucking monster. Oh, Castillo, nicely done. Castillo, Pizon. Oh no, that's a bad place to give the ball. Look how many numbers. Thank God it was Toprak. I don't know why their center defensive or center back was up there. If that wasn't Toprak, we're down 1-0. Thank God he missed that. Well, there is the end of regulation. We had one shot, and it was Blas Riveros. That's the only shot we had all game long. That was disappointing. That whole game has been disappointing. We're going to extra time. This is probably going to go to pens. We're not creating anything. We're not creating enough. We were much better in the second half, but we're not creating enough. I don't think anyone's scoring a goal. And we're going to go to penalties most likely. And I'm going to make my final sub before we start extra time as well. It's either Barrios or Castillo. I'm not taking Castillo off. Let's bring on Jesus. I'd love to bring on Miaichi and his pace right now, because that would be a game changer. But I think Jesus has the quality that I want right now. Can he take penalties a little bit as well? He can. I'm gonna go with Jesus here. We have to bring on Gabriel Jesus. Leverkusen have only played long balls in this since halftime. They've only played the long ball. So honestly, I'm not too worried about it. We've got really good, strong center backs in there. We've got big boys, so I'm not all that worried about long balls. It's when they get in like this that I'm very. He's on sides. He's actually on sides. Oh my God, that hit the crossbar. Please, just get out. I can't win anything. There you go, Riveros. Big play, Blas Riveros. Play that there. Here we go, counterattack. Oh my God, what a counterattack. It's Pizon. Lucas Pizon. He's going to have the shot. Lucas Pizon. Why did they push so many numbers forward? They have a man advantage. And they straight went for it. They put everybody in the offensive end. And there was nobody left back to stop our counterattack. Lucas Pizon with what could be the final goal of FIFA 16 and the Champions League winning goal as well. Nothing special, but a great finish from Pizon. Oh my God, okay. I know I'm not good at playing defensive, but ain't no way we're pushing numbers forward right now. Not down to man. We've got to stay back and defend. And it's not going well. They're already... Oh my God. Why would you hit that on the volley? I don't know, but Bellarabi was wide open. Oh no. There is space. Oh, Eddie. What a play from Eddie right there. That was... Ref, that's a foul. Thank you. Oh, that relieves the pressure again. We're going to kick this thing deep to Balotelli. We'll just let Balotelli. Okay, well. Oh, Castillo, play that. Play it inside. Pizzone. It's Mario Balotelli. Oh, I messed that up. Is that a foul? That looked like a foul. Nope, it's a goal kick. What? What the hell was that? Oh, that's it. That's the end of the game. Oh, that was a funky play to end the game. I didn't even realize that was the final whistle, but that is it. We come away from this thing with a 1-0 victory. After the first, they outplayed us in the first half. 110%. We were awful in the first half. We came back, though. We played much better in the second half, and in extra time, we were very, very good. We were the better team in extra time. Man, I told you, this team just finds ways to win it. This team, this Dallas team, wins the Champions League. I wasn't expecting it, but I will 110% take it. What a fantastic season from this Dallas team. So while the squad report rolls through on the side, let's go ahead and talk about this team and maybe hand out the team MVP award once again. In season number 1, it was Fabian Castillo. He had probably the best individual performance over the course of a season that I've ever had any player have in the entirety of me doing YouTube at all. He was unfreaking believable in season 1, hands down the MVP. In season number 2, it was kind of a combination of Barrios and Mauro Diaz. Castillo definitely fell off in season 2, had a subpar year. Diaz and Barrios stepped up. They were the leaders of that team. And I'd say probably Barrios a little bit more than Diaz deserved that MVP. And now in season number 3, I would have to say the MVP of this team is once again Fabian Castillo. And I don't think he had the big plays like he had in season 1 where he tore people apart. But he had 13 goals, 16 assists, and he was lights out in the Champions League. Our best player in the Champions League, I thought. Despite, Balotelli being the leading goal scorer in the Champions League, Fabian Castillo came up with huge performances, 7 assists as well. Just a fantastic season from Fabian Castillo. And honestly, he's one of my favorite players I've ever used in any series. Now, I also want to highlight a couple of other players that had really good seasons as well. And I think we got to start with Omar Al-Soma. He had 21 goals this season in all competitions. The team's leading goal scorer. Obviously, he led the league in goals as well with 15. He was quietly amazing. I don't think we talked enough about him being that he was the second striker behind Balotelli. But he is a very, very good goal scorer, a very, very solid striker, and one that I'm going to look at using again in FIFA 17 as a featured striker, the star of the team, maybe for an MLS team. If we do a straight MLS series, I definitely am going to have a look at Omar Al-Soma. And the last 2 players that I really want to highlight come on the defensive side of the ball. And the first one is Omar Gonzalez. He was really, really good. He fell off a little bit towards the end of the season. He made some stupid mistakes, and I have no idea what happened on some of those plays, but he was a little bit iffy towards the end of the season, but he was probably the best center back on the team. I know Miazga is higher rated, but Omar Gonzalez was the rock, and that is why he wore the captain's armband for most of that last season. He was huge for us. I really liked Omar Gonzalez. And the last player, we can't end the series without talking about the man, Alisson, in goal. Again, a player that fell off a little bit towards the end of the series. He gave up some just mind-numbing, stupid goals towards the end in the Champions League that made some of those games quite interesting, especially against Inter when they scored 3 unanswered goals against us. Had me sweating bullets, but overall, Alisson, best keeper I used in FIFA 16. That dude is incredible. And so one last look at the standings before we end this series. We finish in first place, of course, 19 points clear of Sao Paulo, who ended up in second place, just edging out Tigres. We should, of course, look at who got relegated and who got promoted. Gremio and Seattle. Seattle finished dead last. They were a top 10 team last season. They almost cracked the top 5. They get relegated this year. Only 7 wins. That's disappointing. And the teams that would earn promotion up into League 1 if we were to do another season would be Independiente and Universidad de Chile. Independiente had a very, very good season. 81 points for them. Just blew away the competition in League 2. Surprisingly, Not all of the MLS teams were at the bottom of the table this year, so I'm at least happy with that. In League 2, Toronto was the best MLS team in 6th place, so they actually had a pretty decent team. And then down in the bottom 5 are the rest of the teams. They were awful. Those teams, Sporting, Houston, Portland, RSL, and Orlando, started in League 2 in this series, never moved from the bottom 5. They were the bottom 5 teams every single season. At least we learned something. MLS is not very well represented in this game. So that is a wrap for this series, and it was a lot of fun. Every series I did in FIFA 16 was unique in its own way, and it brought new challenges, and they were all very, very fun. I enjoyed every single one of them. And to wrap up FIFA 16, I'm going to do one more episode, and it's going to be kind of a recap episode, kind of a highlight of everything we did in FIFA 16, including picking the best team from all of the players we used throughout the entirety of FIFA 16. I'm going to have a best starting 11 as well as a bench. So if you have any suggestions for players that you thought deserved to be in our best 18, make sure you leave them in the comments below. I'll obviously be selecting the team, but I will definitely take your recommendations into consideration when I'm putting the team together. I don't even know who's going to be on the team. I have a couple of players that absolutely have to be there, but there's a lot of positions still up for grabs, so definitely leave me any suggestions down in the comments below. Probably we'll also take a look at kind of what our record was throughout each series. I think I still have a save in each series as well, so we can go back and look at, you know, our record as manager in each series. So that should be pretty interesting to see, but the thing I'm really looking forward to is that best 18. It should be a very, very good looking team, to say the least. So that is going to be it for this one. That is a wrap on League of the Americas with FC Dallas. A great series. I'd love to do something like it in the future as well. But if you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you when we come back for the recap of FIFA 16. See ya.